Fire 22.
This is one of the worst situations that we have ever seen.
The fire was basically encircling us. You could hear explosions all around us and
flames, chaos, and heartbreak. Southern California burns as 4 massive wildfires rage out of control. And where's the city's leadership? We'll show you why critics are calling this a failure at the very top. It's time for your daily truth.
There was no other way for me to get out, and if it had not been for the grace of God, of my neighbor's son coming to get their mother, and me going to the corner to just try to flag someone down.
Today, Southern California is in the grips of a catastrophic wildfire disaster, with 4 massive blazes tearing through the region. Hurricane-force Santa Ana winds are driving the flames at breakneck speed, consuming the equivalent of 5 football fields every minute. The destruction is staggering, the human toll heartbreaking, and the leadership, well, it's raising some serious questions.
Here on Lockman Lane, there are several homes burning. This is the one that firefighters were trying to put out a little while ago. But you can see right now it's just kind of out of control. Since then, firefighters have lost water pressure on the hydrant, so they can't get any more water onto this fire and the ones down the hill.
Take a look at these images. Entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. Over 7,000 acres burned in Los Angeles alone, leaving thousands of families with nothing but ash and memories. Tragically, 2 lives have been lost, and dozens more have been injured. And as if the fires themselves weren't enough, the evacuation efforts, well, they've been pure chaos. On Sunset Boulevard, traffic gridlocked as thousands of residents tried to flee. Cars abandoned on the road as people escaped on foot. Fire crews had to bring in bulldozers just to clear the way for emergency vehicles. In Pasadena, flames reached an assisted living center where staff rushed to evacuate the residents, some of them in wheelchairs.
This is a tragic time in our history here in Los Angeles.
And yet, in the midst of the chaos, here's what firefighters are up against. Hurricane-force winds up to 100 miles per hour, grounding helicopters and planes. Crews are battling this monster on foot, trying to outpace a fire that really, it shows no mercy.
Together, these fires are stretching the capacity of emergency services.
Now here's where things get even more troubling. Leadership at City Hall is under fire, pun intended. While these flames rage, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is halfway around the world in Africa attending ceremonies and meetings. And let's not forget, just months ago, she approved a $17.6 million cut to the city's fire department budget. And then there's this. Firefighters on the front lines are reporting dry hydrants.
Firefighters have lost water pressure on the hydrant, so they can't get any more water.
In a city that knows wildfires are an annual threat, some of its most basic defenses just aren't there. Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency and visited the scene of the Palisades fire yesterday. But even his visit is being criticized as a mere photo op, with detractors accusing him of exploiting the tragedy instead of taking meaningful action. Meanwhile, President Biden says he's being frequently briefed on the situation. But let's be real, we've heard this before. After what we've seen from previous disasters in North Carolina, there's a lot of skepticism about whether that help will come fast enough. And in the middle of all this, it's the people on the ground, firefighters, first responders, and residents who are carrying the weight of this disaster. Southern California is burning. Homes are gone. Lives are shattered. And the question on everyone's mind is this: where is the accountability? Because in times like these, leadership isn't just a title, it's a responsibility. Stay with us as we continue to monitor this crisis and hold those in power accountable. I'll see you tomorrow with another truth you need to hear.